Good morning. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is get the gold fabric. Get the gold. You cut out 7 inches on the gold. So you cut out 7 inches first. So this is it. I have 7 inches. 2 pieces of 7 inches. The gold. Then you get the black. You cut out 2 pieces of 6 inches. 2 pieces of 6 inches. The next thing to do is divide the gold into 2 equal parts. So when I mean up, you fold it into 2 like this. So you are dividing the length into 2 equal parts. This is the gold, 7 inches, and then I will divide it into 2 equal parts. Same thing. So we are going to cut in the middle of both the gold and the black. So at the end we will have 4 pieces of the gold and 4 pieces of the black. You need to slice. Put it on both sides, and then we'll have 4 pieces of gold and 4 pieces of black.
Okay, we'll just divide it.
Next, I have 2 of the gold here. So for me to create the edge at the down part, the first thing I need to do, I have 2, I'm cutting 2 at the same time. So after this, I'll bring the other one and repeat same. So I'll fold them into 2 like this. Now, mark following the angle from here 1.5. So for us to have the sharp edge at the down part, from the side that we've slashed through, I'll take up 2 inches and mark like this, and then slant my hand down. So we have a very sharp edge. Now I'm going to cut. When I'm done, if I open, I have this edge. Next thing, I'll bring my black and repeat same. So that you're going to have this edge on the 4 parts, just one side of the edge. So I have this angle here, and this upper part is still straight. I'll bring the black, take up the same 2 inches, mark, and put it down so you have the sharp edge and cut. So after that, the next thing we need to do is get the black. This is the back part of my doll face, the black. This is the good part. You can see the good part is the shining face. So get the back part and then you iron. Please make sure you work with your person iron. Let your person iron be your best friend this period. Then you add your paper stay. The next thing to do is go add your paper stay. Iron out and add your paper stay. After adding the paper stay, I need you to fold 0.5 on the edges and iron so that you have a very straight seam line coming out. So you fold 0.5 after adding paper stay. So the next thing we need to do now is add paper stay on the black. Add paper stay on all the black. You can decide to add on the gold if you want, that's if you have enough paper stay, but the black is actually the most important. So that's what we'll be doing is adding paper stay to the black. Okay, so this is the black. I've stayed one part. And then neatly trim the whole edges where you're done. So I have the stay on all 4 parts of the black. The next thing you need to do is, using your pressing iron, you need to fold like as if we are hemming. You know how we hem our skirts now that we fold? But now you're folding 0.5 on each side to iron, 0.5 on both straight parts. At this edge, you fold 1 inch for this. So I'll fold one part 1 inch and then fold the other part 1 inch and iron. So that's what I'll be doing this, and then we'll see the outcome. Okay, this is it. I have ironed it. I have my 0.5 folded, see, neatly done, then 1 inch. I did the first part and then before bring it. So if I flip it now, you see it's already coming out, giving us what we want. Next, I'll put it aside and bring my gold. Now this is the good part of the gold. That means this is the shiny part of the gold. This is the right side and this is the wrong part. So I'm working on the right part. I'll bring this down on it. So we're going to be using our pins. Please make sure you iron your fabric. This is either you use paper stay or you don't. But the most important thing is that you need to iron it flat out. The iron is your best friend right now. Right. So I'm going to go up by like 0.75 to 1 inch. So you see it's coming out already, giving us what we want. and then you work with your pins. So you set it perfectly and then you start pinning. Pin all the edges because we're going to top stitch it. So you have to pin it right. So start. Make sure it's named perfectly. And then make sure it's laid properly, please. It has to be neatly done. Check your measurements. Make sure you have equal allowance, equal excess on both sides. When it's neatly done, you top stitch. So now it's showing at the edge. Okay, so I'm sewing now. Make sure you sew at the edge. So this is the importance of our straight line we're always doing. So we should be able to do this perfectly. You can pin as much as you want. And then sew carefully around the edges. The top stitching has to be very neat. See my sewing line coming up. So this is it. I have to. So this is it. After sewing, see how close and neat it is. So I'll be repeating this on the other part as the other three lessons that we have. Sewing attaching the black to the gold around it. Okay, so now we'll top stitch. Same thing on all. Top stitching the black to the gold. Next, you need to centralize the gold part. Make sure it's sitting straight to the edge of this black. So I'm just trying to trim this a bit so that it will centralize properly. If yours has centralized, you don't need to trim, but just for us to be sure that they're on the same page, I'm just trying to trim a bit so that it is centered perfectly. So I'll do the trimming on all four parts. After that, I'll be bringing it close. So next, I'll trim out this edge. So I'll be joining two together. So I'm just trimming out this edge to make it neat. Place them together. Make sure they align. Make sure the black is aligning perfectly. So you see my blacks, both blacks are aligning. Make sure they're aligning perfectly, and then I'll pin them up. And then I'll pin them up together so it doesn't move before sewing. Okay, so from one part of the edge, take in 2 inches. So from these 2 inches, I'll be slanting my hand out like this. So that's sewing from one edge. So sewing like this, following the mark of the cloth. So I'll repeat same thing on the other one. You know, what we had was 4 pieces. So just same way, make sure it's aligning, and then you mark out. So after sewing, you trim off the excess, and then you go open press on both parts. So I'm going to iron it out. Iron out the seams perfectly on both.